Okay, are we on? Welcome to the regular council meeting for January the 15th. I'd like to call the meeting to order. We have established a quorum. Joe, would you give the invocation, please, sir?
Father, we just come to you and we just thank you for this beautiful day and the opportunity to meet as a council and serve our community. We just thank you for the opportunity to serve. We pray that everything we do here today honors you, honors those that we serve, Lord, and just moves our community forward. We just thank you for all the blessings, for our communities, for our families, for the holidays where we celebrated our families and your birth of your son. So we just thank you for all you do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States
of America, to the republic for which it stands. Do we have any communications from the audience? Be sure and turn your mic on, please, sir. Thank you.
Is it green on? Yeah, there you go. Hi, everyone knows me. I'm Chief Brandon Yarbrough from the Ivanhoe Volunteer Fire Department. I was asked to come up here and start giving a fire report to you guys and the communities, trying to let you guys know where we're at throughout the year, what we're doing, and also to encourage not only yourselves but anybody in the community who's able and willing to help the volunteer fire department. We're in desperate need of more manpower and woman power. We have a great junior program going on right now. Any youngsters 15 and up with the consent of a parent can also come out there. We can start sending them through training and getting them certified at a younger age now, and we can get them through certification so that when they do graduate, we can actually get them into a full-time position at a paid department if that's a career path that they're interested in. So that's available to individuals as well. Anyway, so far this month, or since the first of the year, we've had 5 calls for service. We've had 2 landing zones here in Ivanhoe for medical medical evacuations. We've had a couple of brush fires, 1 house fire here in Ivanhoe, and then 1 additional mutual aid call for Woodville for a house fire as well. So that's what we've got going on. And again, if anybody interested or who can help out the fire department, we'd love to see you guys. We meet Mondays at 6:30 every Monday at the fire station. So thank you.
Weren't there 2 house fires?
That was last year. There's only been 1 this year so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. Thank you.
What are the primary causes? Or is it heaters or stuff in the house when it gets cold? What are we seeing?
It's to be determined. Everything from sometimes it's heaters and electrical, sometimes it's fireplaces, sometimes it's in the kitchen. It's completely random, and we never know what we're going to see, but we're prepared for everything and trained to handle any situation that comes. So
Thank you.
thank you guys.
Any other communications? Okay. I'd like to call for a motion to approve the meeting minutes from December 17th of 2025. Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. Mayor's report for January 2026. Ivanhoe Drive, I'm happy to report that the city's part of the work of Ivanhoe Drive is complete. The shoulder up is done. Stripes with the turn lanes and arrows are done. Texas Material has paved the rest of Ivanhoe Drive. At this writing, they had not done the shoulder up, but as of this afternoon, I see where they've done most of the shoulder up, the turnouts, and they've fixed the driveways that were lacking access. I walked the road with Joe Blacksher and the engineer from GLS, who took notes on what was needed for completion, and it looks like they've taken care of those. Lake Ivanhoe Dam construction is underway with a planned 180-day build time. I've been amazed at the amount of clearing that they've done in the lake bed. I was under the impression that we were not going to get any of that done through the grant, but the contractor hired land clearing companies, and gave them 3 days, and they worked 3 days and got the thing cleared out beyond my expectations. Camelot Dam construction is well underway. I've had a few questions about the appearance of the lower lake level due to the culvert location. There's going to be a 90-degree elbow at the end of the culvert, and the lake level will be almost a foot higher than what it was before the dam was breached. The project is currently on hold due to missing parts of the valve. The valve and thimble are in stock, but the mechanism, it's a screw rod that actually operates the valve, is on back order for 4 months, and we're looking at March or April before we can get that. Once this last part is in hand, the crew will go out there and build out the final piece of the drain. I had to do a little research on what a thimble is. A thimble is like a flange that isolates the movement of the valve from the cement culvert so that it doesn't break the cement on the culvert over time. The S-turn at Tristan Dam, the engineering has been completed. It's been handed over to TCEQ for final approval. Now we wait. It's anticipated that this project could take up to, I said 10 months. The engineer and the grant said 8 months, but I think I'm closer to what it's going to be. They have 300 feet of 5-foot square box culverts that they're going to be building on site, and that's going to take some time. Charmaine Dam grant. We have been awarded the $400,000 to work on the dam pending the completion of the Tyler County Multi-Jurisdictional Hazard Mitigation Plan. This it's a mouthful. This is a FEMA requirement that there's a deadline to be done. Langford is working with John Setlocker and our county commissioners on that project, and they say that they're getting close to completion. There is a bucket of money out there. It's $97 million. It's disaster recovery fund reallocation of funds that were not used. It's a 10% match. The available funds are for 2 projects from anywhere from $500,000 to $5 million for each one. I've been told that we have a good chance at winning a bit of the pile. We can apply for up to 2 projects. So there's more on the agenda regarding that this evening. Charmaine Drive South, that part of the road at the turn that was giving way has been repaired. It's complete. Elite Construction will be our go-to contractor for these types of isolated repairs in the future. Regarding the repair that we budgeted for that section of road, it was $16,700. We approved those funds in July of last year, but the work was not completed until this fiscal year. It created a conundrum in our budget. I spoke with Kyle Heineman at Heineman. He's our bookkeeper, and I talked to our auditor, Dan Rainey, at Goff and Harrington regarding the expense. We'll be showing the funds from a street maintenance fund, and will put us out of budget by that line item. Mr. Rainey assured me that this would be a questionable item during the audit without commentary, but he has blessed us with the instructions on how to move forward in a transparent manner by showing we'll have an out of budget or an out of balance budget the rest of the year on that line item. As a footnote, we've partnered with Signature Seal and Stripe to address the recurring cracks on our roadways, and we have pricing for crack fill, small alligator crack repairs, and seal coating from him. We haven't put him to work yet, but we plan to. When you go out, sometimes you'll see the black stripes that run down the road. That's what our road crew was using the tape for. It covers the surface, but this crack seal is a hot tar kind of mix that he'll squirt in he'll open the cracks up a little bit, squirt that in, and it seeps down into the bottom and fills the whole cavity. So that's a much better approach to the issue. That's really, you see, we took delivery of 2 police cars, new police cars. Well, they're not brand new, but they're new to us. our trucks were beginning to give us mechanical problems, and with the new roads, they're also difficult to make U-turns on the roads. We have 2 new Durangos, and they'll be put into service here post-haste. And we'll be retiring one of our police trucks and selling it off at auction. I'll have to get permission at a later date for that. This is just information at the moment. And we'll be redeploying one of the police vehicles to our Public Works Department, so they'll have 2 vehicles to operate out of. Yes, sir.
I have a question about the funding of that.
Oh.
Jim,
Yes, sir.
I have a question on that 10% funding for that match. So are we going to buy a bunch of lottery tickets, or do you
No,
get a
we'll-
bond?
we'll-
You get a
we'll-
bond for that, or is that cash?
We have allocated funds for that type of stuff.
Excellent. Okay.
So some of our matching funds were 20%, some were mainly, I don't remember what the percentages were, but I know some were 20%. This one here at 10% is really good.
Yeah, the FEMA's 35.
The grant for the dam is 30%. So when I submitted for the grant for the Charmaine Dam, I submitted $300,000, and I backed into that with understanding what the 30% match would be. But they took that number and added it into the 300 to come up with 400,000. So we don't have to use it all, but if we are put in the position of having to, I might have to run the work out over 2 fiscal years, which we can do.
Cool.
That answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Drumm, Chief Drumm.
All right. Good evening, Mayor and Council. A few things want to discuss real quick. We had 54 calls for service, 32 citations, 28 warnings, 1 arrest, and 9 agency assists. Wanted to remind everybody to contact the sheriff's office, not social media, when there's calls coming in. The sheriff's office is very good about reaching out to us, even if we don't have anybody on duty. They will respond to it and then notify us so that way we can come out here and then we'll actually take over from them. Right now we have 7 reserve officers. They're giving us 140 hours a month. That's 20 hours per officer, which actually comes out to 1,680 hours for a year, saving the city over $40,000 annually, just based on the volunteer hours that the reserves are giving us. So I wanted to kind of update the council on a few things. This is actually my 3rd-year anniversary as the chief, and I wanted to kind of let y'all know where we're sitting at, what's going on, where we've came from, and where we're futurely going to. So in the 3 years, we've actually changed from a marshal's office to a police department. It was one of the first things, the vision that we had, getting that going within that first year, and we were able to do that transition and reestablish. We've secured equipment from DPS to include portable breathalyzers, spike strips, in the event that there's a pursuit. Every vehicle is equipped, and we also have secondary units as well that we can deploy anywhere in the region to assist another agency in the middle of a pursuit. We also receive light bars, gun racks, docking stations, and with some of that extra equipment, we've actually been able to help out some other agencies like ours that were in need of equipment as well. New chiefs coming in, not having resources, things like that. We've been able to help supply them just like other agencies have helped us. We secured body armor and helmets from a donor in Central Texas who supplied body armor and helmets for every single employee. The level 4 vests, so in the event that there's an active shooter, every officer that's on the street will actually be able to be provided that. So they'll be in all the vehicles. We redeveloped the policies and procedures to work towards, one of my goals here is to get us to be an accredited agency. We would be the only accredited agency in Tyler County in almost all of Southeast Texas. There's a couple of agencies already. It's a time-consuming process to get there, but once you're established and accredited, then it actually, the accolades that come through, and that program is regulated by the Texas Police Chiefs Association. We've rebuilt the relationships with the Tyler County Sheriff's Office, the Tyler County District Attorney's Office, DPS, and Woodville PD, where now they actually see us as a partner out there and not someone where they're gonna stay away from. So we're helping them out. A lot of our agency assists are actually helping DPS and the Tyler County Sheriff's Office. New Year's Eve night, we had 5 officers on. We had more officers on duty here in Ivanhoe than any other place in Tyler County. So we were actually able to take calls and run all the way to Spur to help with an alarm at a business because they were tied up on another situation up in Chester. So having that resource available to be able to assist them, then when we're off, they don't hesitate coming to help us. And so that having that partnership in place has been crucial. Right now, Ivanhoe is one of the preferred trainers for DETCOG. I'm one of the instructors for DETCOG, so we're having individuals coming from Dallas, San Antonio, Orange, Vidor, all the way to Ivanhoe just to take the intermediate crime scene class. That's one of our required classes for moving up in your levels of experience. So when you go from your basic to your intermediate to your advanced to your master, that's one of the classes that's required. And so we actually host that class here in Ivanhoe. And so we're actually getting recognition from and being seen by other agencies all across the region and across the state because they're coming here to actually take the class. Right now, we're fully staffed. We have 3 full-time, 1 part-time, and 7 reserve officers. And in that, with everybody on board, we have a combined total 195 years of experience currently at the department. We have at the TCOL level, which is our basic, intermediate, advanced, and masters, we have 7 master peace officers, 1 advanced officer, 2 intermediate, and 2 basics. We have 2 officers that have associate's degrees, 5 officers have bachelor's degrees, and 1 has a master's degree. We have 5 officers that are instructors. We have 1 that's an advanced instructor. We have 3 officers that are firearms instructors. We have 1 that's a mental health officer, and we have 1 that's a sexual assault family violence investigator certified. So we have the experience, we have the knowledge, we have the training, and right now Ivanhoe Police Department is actually doing some really good things. Everybody works well together, we mesh well together, we interact well, and we're going to keep doing what we can to take care of the citizens. The last thing is being able to talk to the mayor and the council when we realized we had issues with the trucks, and then going through and working out a plan. Sergeant Nevaez, he'll tell you, as soon as he told me that he had a problem with his truck and what was going on, we immediately started a plan. You got to have contingency plans or the city gets put in a liability situation, and we didn't want that. So with the blessing of the mayor and then the council, those that I talked to in advance, I tried to get in touch with y'all. Some of y'all came in, we spoke. I got to talk with Chuck today some. We were able to secure 2 vehicles that will last the city for another 5, 6, 7 years, which is going to be a tremendous savings and a big help to the community as well. So on that note, I have a certificate of appreciation to the mayor and the council. And it says, Ivanhoe Police Department proudly presents certificate of appreciation for supporting the Ivanhoe Police Department during your time as an Ivanhoe City Council member. The officers of the Ivanhoe Police Department would not be able to complete their job of serving and protecting the citizens of Ivanhoe if it wasn't for the dedication and support of the Ivanhoe Mayor and the City Council and assisting with the department with needed equipment and reliable vehicles. So along with the certificate, I'm also giving a Chief's Coin of Excellence. And we started this in the military tradition a long time ago. Then it's developed into the civilian side. And so it's a small token of appreciation for the support that y'all actually give to us to allow us to be able to continue to do our jobs on a daily basis for the community. So this one here is for Mr. Joe McWhorter. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Bobby Toll. Thank you. Mr. Larry Tompkins. Thank you. Mr. Chuck Bonner. Mr. Jim Lindsay. Thank you. And Mayor Steve Blackstone.
Thank you, sir.
I got one more. This last one is pretty special because this person means a lot to the city. And it's the Ivanhoe Police Department proudly presents a certificate of appreciation for supporting Ivanhoe Police Department in the Office of the Chief of Police. Your dedication to the City of Ivanhoe by assisting with budgeting and purchasing has been instrumental in the department's ability to acquire much-needed and valuable large purchase equipment and vehicles. The officers of the Ivanhoe Police Department would not be able to complete their job of serving and protecting the citizens of Ivanhoe if it wasn't for the dedication and support of the work that you do for the city and the Ivanhoe Police Department. To Haley Williams. Any questions?
Well, Steve, I was able to speak in front of all the officers at one time.
Yes.
A few weeks ago. I can't find the words to say how proud I am of the job that you and the police department have done here. We've come so far from no respect to now being one of the premier law enforcement agencies, not only in the county, but perhaps in the state. And I'm extremely proud of everything that y'all have accomplished.
Well, I appreciate it. All right.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you,
all right,
Chief.
thank you.
Mr. Marshall.
No, I'm not getting up there after that.
Okay, next.
Where's the awards?
Well, funny you should bring that up. Steve, you said you had what, 195 years experience?
Yes.
We have about the same. Problem is, half of it's me. We'll get y'all something in the mail here shortly. I'll super glue a little exempt penny on there for you. Thank you, Steve. We appreciate everything you guys do. Maybe one day, I don't know. It's a weird night, kind of out of character for me because I don't have a whole lot to talk about tonight. I do have one thing to start with. We have a new employee, and he is probably known by everyone in this room. We're grateful and thankful to have him on board, and that's Mr. Jonathan McNeil. Does a lot for the city. He is going to make, definitely be an asset to our group. Looking forward to working for him or with him for many years. We have an array of issues at this time. Nothing that can't be overcome. Repairs. Our fleet is getting older and older and older. Kind of like the rest of us. I'm looking into trying to get some numbers, some things to work with to present to council one day and see if there's something we can do. In the meantime, but the fleet is getting older and older and older.
Can you share a little bit of the detail of what you're encountering with, say, the Mini X and the dump truck?
Yeah, I was going to try and shy away from that, but
Well, we've got to find a way to
yeah,
get
Yeah.
a piece of equipment somehow.
The Mini X is going on, what was it, Chuck, 9 years or 8 years that we had figured before? I think it was 9. Yeah. It's been good to us. That's a piece of equipment that we use every single day in some form or another. It's been good. There's an issue now with, and has been for the last 2-3 years, the wiring harness that runs everything. Of course, everything is like a vehicle. It's all electronic. And we go through periods of it shuts down, it doesn't want to run but half power. And these are just the sensors going off. We've had it repaired 3 times. And they've been lucky so far. It's the wiring harness itself. They've been able to go in and splice it.
It's a lot of vibration.
A lot of vibration, more so a lot of heat.
Yeah.
And it's just old and it's brittle. And of course, question comes up, well, just replace the wiring harness. Just the wiring harness itself is $5,000. To put it in is about another $1,500 to $2,000. It's going to happen again and again and again. I would like to move on from that particular brand to another brand that I've researched, and so far no type of issues like that. But it is something that we've got to work for and work with. The dump truck itself, which one? The small one, the big one? Both?
The big one.
The big one is, again, it's a 2004. It's something as simple as a air tank for the brake system has become a total monster to find. Ford doesn't have them. They will send you to Dorman Products, and they want to know the size, the outlets, the space, everything else. The site that I was on today had 603 choices for our piece of equipment. So not only is it difficult to find, but it takes up a lot of valuable time. Hydraulics, these are things that are just naturally going to wear out over time. The flatbed dump that we use religiously every day, it is going through some sad moments of its own. We've gotten some of them fixed. We're going to get the other ones fixed. But again, it's taken time to find the right parts that do fit that. That's a 97 model. But it's a useful piece of equipment that we cannot do without. So we're going to run it till the wheels absolutely fall off of it. That's kind of a little bit of what we're up against. But we'll get it figured out. We'll move forward, and with y'all's help, we can make something happen. Just kind of a heads up of what's coming around the corner.
So we need to be thinking and kind of preparing ourselves for how we're going to replace the Mini X.
Yep. Moving on to better things. Stephen, thank you guys for the trucks. They will come in handy and will help us out when we get back to full strength. So thank you guys for thinking of us, Stephen. Let us have those. The crack sealing contractor that you brought up, Skip.
Yes, sir.
The one thing that I'm excited about, after talking to him, he knows his business, is not only the crack sealing, but the alligator patches that he's capable of doing. We're going to try one of those.
We found him from a recommendation from our county commissioner, Joe Blackshear.
Okay, and he's out of Livingston?
He actually lives halfway between Woodville and Livingston, closer to Woodville.
Okay, so he's in the neighborhood. The most I'm excited about is he does do fog sealing, which is a process that I know we've talked about in previous times. To come in, after a road is 2 to 3 years old, come in, you can coat it with the right material, and you could add an extra 5 to 10 years of life on that road. It seals it better, it keeps it where it needs to be. The one we had was going to run us like $17 a square foot.
Yeah.
And was going to be like $60,000-$70,000 to do Charmaine South. This guy will do it for 90 cents a foot and knows exactly what he's talking about. I questioned him thoroughly. So this is a good thing. We can do what we need to get done. A couple of things. Our signage. beginning to put some orders together. And something I just want to make clear, Steve, to you and your guys too, to anybody that's out there that sees any mischief going on with sign stealing, which happens all the time. The kids like to, during the summer, come up and swing on the stop signs, bend the poles over, all this kind of stuff. That is, for one stop sign, it's $200. That's one stop sign. That's $200. It could go somewhere else. Yeah, we can go fix it, but it's $200 still that we're out. And the signs, the street signs, we have tried every anti-theft known to man from the manufacturers. And it's just gotten to the point to where they just pick up the whole sign out of the ground and walk off with it. So I don't know what they do with them, but they always come up missing. If anybody has any ideas, or if you see anything, try and get a license plate number or something that we can prosecute with. This is completely out of hand and costing the city a lot of money over the years' time. Something we want to try and put an end to.
Well, the sign's metal.
Yes.
People are stealing them for metal.
Yeah, the price of metal is down right now.
Hang them on the wall.
I'll agree, Larry, right there, most of them are on the walls in some kid's room. Yeah, but just the pole is $60.
Then you have to put cement in it, and you have to have somebody to come and dig the hole
Yep.
and mix
Yep.
the.
With labor and the cost, the stop sign itself, just the stop sign is $100. You know, you add the pole, that's $160. You add the clamps, you're up to $170, $180, and then the labor and the concrete to put it in. It adds up, and it's a waste of time that we have to do that. There's other things we could be doing. Other than that, I think that's about all I've got, unless y'all have some questions.
Well, the dams, I pinged Epoxy Designs again today.
I was gonna make mention of that.
I'm trying to nail down a date when they can start on Galahad Dam. We need to get that done before we begin work on Lakewood over by Tristan Dam, because that'll be a major disruption for a long time.
And we're gonna forego the ground penetrating radar and just have them come in and,
Cut holes
Cut
and take a
yeah.
look.
I think we're better off and cheaper that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, money better well spent. Okay, I was gonna bring that up. As far as the dam's concerned, our monthly inspections for TCEQ is due at the end of the month. So if you see us out there opening up valves, storm's not coming, nothing's wrong. We're not selling the fish to anybody. We're just checking everything out that we need to check out. All right, any questions?
This is more of a comment, I guess, but I looked up in my records, and we took delivery on the Kubota June 13th of 2017. So 5 more months, it'll be 9 years.
Yeah.
Do you know how many hours might be on it?
I don't, Chuck, without looking. I mean, I can get you that information first
No, I
thing
was
in the
just
morning.
curious.
but
I know it works.
It's quite a few.
Yeah.
And there's the option of trade-ins and things, so we'll go through all the options and see what we can come up with.
It-
Brand new.
As for the stop sign problem, have you tried welding, the clamps to the pole and all that sort of thing?
Yes, and that's when they started taking the whole pole.
Do you put a crossbar through the rebar through the post in the concrete?
They will run over them and knock them over enough to pick them up and throw them in the back of that very truck that knocked them over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pardon? That would do it. That would do it.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, David.
Ms. Williams, Planning and Zoning. Just so you know, I had everyone review these in advance of this evening, so.
Yay, I don't have to read it all the way.
Turn your-
Okay, so, it's on.
Okay.
I'm just not very loud. So our police chief came to us and was talking about the new laws on nuisance and being able to actually make it a police matter when a nuisance becomes out of control and a hazard to health and those around you. So P and Z came with our city ordinances, we looked it up, there was something there, but it was very loose, very easy to go around. It even had things about how high you should have your grass. So we pared it down, kept it direct language, and the lawyers reviewed it to say that it was okay. If y'all have had read through it, do you have any questions?
I do.
Okay,
I haven't, after reading through it, it sounds great.
yes, sir.
What about the penalties?
Penalties are part of the police thing because it will now be a police manager. So we write the policy, they'll write the procedures to be able to go through that. And I believe this, each section in it does have a penalty and how it comes about, but we're not going to put that on there because that falls under state rules. So they'll be the ones doing the lawyers and going to the judges to be able to either clean it up, get rid of it, or fine them in some way. But
So there's a state table for these types of offenses?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a state table, but it would actually go to our court and the judge would actually set the fines.
So it's gonna be some kind of civil fine, a civil,
Well, it's a scale that the municipal judge can set the fines at based on the violation itself.
it becomes a legal matter. So we just make sure that we have the rules set of what you can and cannot do, like abandoned boats in the yard, trash that's been on the side of the road for like 3 weeks and the dogs have strewn everywhere, houses that have the roof caving in,
should I
but nobody's
read
there.
this, the
Or
main part of
somebody
it?
might be there. We want to make sure that everybody is safe and it's not collecting rats, mosquitoes, and causing detriment to our neighborhood. It's not just about the visual aspect, it is about our health and sanity. And
I'm sorry.
building,
The building standards committee, we talked to.
We've talked about it, but it's too soon to think that you've had any time to work on it.
not for the building standards, no, sir, not yet.
Right. You haven't had time to address
No.
that because we just discussed it.
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
we discussed it after the last meeting, so we'll put it on the table for this meeting.
are there any remedies that include liens or being able to go and actually do the work to clean up the property? as
So
part
we're
of-
actually following the City of Orange. I met with our city attorney last year, middle of the year. We actually went down to Orange and spent the day with them and their code enforcement. And so we're actually adopting and utilizing the policies, procedures, and documents that they utilize, which have already been validated by our city attorneys. And so there are some things that we can do. There's a flow chart that says step 1, step 2, step 3. If they want to voluntarily have the city demolish it for them, or if we have to go through the building standards committee or whatever else, and then they deem it that it's uninhabitable and the city tears it down, then we could enforce a lien on it at that time. But if they voluntarily, then that's something that we can all get together and plan how we want to do it. They can voluntarily sign over, waives everything, we can demolish the house, and it actually cleans up that nuisance property already.
So there's been a lot of thought and time and effort put into this ordinance.
And it's
Yeah, the
not,
remedies are the only piece, when I read it, I couldn't,
Yeah.
I couldn't really truly understand the remedy. I think the ordinances were written well, but I couldn't understand really what remedies are on the backside of this.
I believe they've done a lot of work in making sure that it is a community involvement thing and not just,
Yeah.
hey, we're just gonna come take your money or your place or
Yeah, I mean, we've
anything
got
like
some
that.
things with being able to get trash dumpsters and stuff put in certain areas where we could help,
Yes.
citizens clean up a property. So, I mean, that's just.
So with local sanitation, they've offered up a 40-yard dumpster 2 times a year at no charge to the city. So
That's a big
we
dumpster.
put one of them on Charmaine Drive South, and it wasn't enough, but somebody bought the property and tore the house down. So
Okay.
we're moving forward, making progress.
So Steve, when they, sign over, you talk about signing over to have the city tear down the house or whatever, are they signing
So
over
they're
the
not,
property?
It's
they're
a
not signing
waiver.
over the property. All they're saying is that it's basically a waiver saying, I can't afford to tear it down, but I'm giving the city permission without us coming back against you or anything like that. They're
So it's a
volunteering.
voluntary demolition
Demolition.
permission.
Correct.
So if they say, are trying to remove the house and they dig a huge 5-foot hole because somebody cemented it down, they're not gonna come back and sue the city over it because they waived that fee. They just have to work to fill in the hole now, so.
So all that being said, do we have a motion to accept this ordinance as it's written?
I make second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Good job. Thank you very much, Carolyn.
Thank you.
My compliments to you and your crew.
Good work.
Mr. Blacksher, can you step forward, please? Put your hands against the wall, spread your legs. So, I'll start off. Here's the thing.
Yes, sir.
I'll start off with our county commissioner contacting me about our great all, which is, it's a good machine, but it was too big for us. We probably should not have bought it. We were looking at a way to trade it for something that we could use, like an asphalt reclaimer. Joe came to me and said, I might be able to work something out with an interlocal agreement where we trade our asphalt reclaimer for y'all to use if y'all let us use your grade all machine. He went and talked to the DA. He's talked to his attorneys and other county commissioners and written up this interlocal agreement between the two parties. It's 2 full pages. I won't bother to read it, but if you could give us the cliff notes, I would appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir, and we had discussed, I'm sorry, is it on?
Should be.
Oh,
Okay, it's on. All right. So we had discussed, purchasing the Great All.
yes.
And Skip, he said, well, we'll think about that and, talk to council and see about donating. I'm always looking for ways to help the city of Ivanhoe legally, like we went last time I was here. We're gonna do it legally. But this is a way I have, at the county barn, 2 reclaimers. One of them is it's an older machine, but it's pretty solid. It's a Bomag MPH 120. And you can get a lot of ground, but it doesn't chew it up fine. But we also have a FAE grinder on the back of a Kubota tractor, and it does more of a fine job, but you're not going to get a lot of coverage. So what we worked out in this agreement is to swap, because we were going to try to buy it, and those and I pulled up rentals for that. It's about $12,000 a month.
Well, I was going to look about donating it to you.
Yes, sir. But I told Skip no. That was a kind gesture, but this is a way for me to be able to try to help the
Well,
city.
the rationale there was that you had donated that side mower
Yes,
to
sir. Yes,
us,
sir.
and that has been a game changer, and it's greatly appreciated. That's
Yes,
one of the machines that we don't have any trouble with.
Well, and as long as I'm commissioner, I'm gonna look for ways to try to help the city, because y'all pay road taxes just like everyone else, and we're limited by Texas law on what we can do as far as, coming out here and doing work and everything. We just can't do it. I'm not going to jail for it, and I'm not gonna put my guys in
Me
that
either.
situation. So, but this way, through an interlocal agreement, it's gotta be fair. It's gotta be fair market value.
For
And
both parties.
For both parties. So I looked up the FEMA rate. The FEMA rate was like $198 a day, I think, is what it was. Somewhere along the line. I have it at my office, but I think it's like $198 a day on the low end for that particular machine. And it wasn't really listed, so you just had to go off of kind of what Google pulled up. And but I just started looking at rentals of these machines, and I said, well, it's going to be better just to go for the month approach. And the way that I want to do it is, I don't want to, bring it here and just let it sit for 30 days, or, if you get rain. I want y'all to be able to call, and when it's a good week, I want to
put it to work. You know, they can just work it instead of, you know, like these rental companies, you pay $12,000 whether you're using it or not.
Yeah.
So I want working days for y'all. So, and I can't really I think there's a portion in that agreement, you know, for hourly rates, but I'd rather avoid that because I can come out here and show, you know, David, I'm sure he's familiar with the reclaimer, but, and I told Skip that also, in the agreement, we would do, you know, the damage would be, if something was improper use, it would be on y'all. But as far as the teeth and everything, I told Skip I don't have a problem with, you know, covering that, because if it's done right, those teeth will last a while. So, but I think if y'all are trying to chew up these like limestone roads and the oil sand roads and then I guess asphalt or reclaim asphalt, you can cover some ground on those. I mean, you can get a lot with that MPH 120, you can get a lot of roads done. We average about a mile a day.
Oh, wow.
So on that big one, now that little one, you get about a quarter mile a day, but it's more for, you know, if you're gonna shoot oil into the oil sand. That's what we try to do a lot of times, because you know, we're in the same situation with y'all, like y'all are. I mean, we have limited funds, and, you know, with 123 miles of roads, you gotta be creative on what you do. And so what we typically do is we take that oil sand and we'll chew it up to a fine powder, and then we'll pay $17,000 and get an oil truck to come out, and that, if it's got a little bit of oil in it, we get about 0.8 of a mile for $17,000, which is, you know, better than, well,
And how long does that last, Commissioner? How long does that last?
the,
The 17,000, if you put that into a road and
we
do
get
that-
about, it just depends. I mean, really, it depends on traffic. Like, we have a lot of loggers, and if you put it on a road that's heavy, you probably get 5 years.
Oh, wow.
If y'all are familiar with McClure Road,
Yeah.
we just redid that one last year, and we did some sections, we're experimenting with some things, just adding to it. That's not something that I ever want to do again. I'd rather just chew it up and then shoot the oil to it, because it lasts longer. And you can tell where we started doing that.
Yeah.
And, but typically, I'd say if you can get it seal coated, it'll last a lot longer. But I'd say at least, I know some areas where I'd say they've been there 10 years.
Wow.
You know,
So you basically take an old asphalt road,
well,
chew
oil
it
sa-
up, or
oil
an oil
sand.
sand road.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Chew
sir.
it up,
Mhm.
and then just come right in and put oil over the top of it, and you have a road
Well, it's a little bit more
Oh, it's
extensive
more,
than that.
yeah.
So what
Simplify
you do is you chew that material up, you try not to get into the base, and we'll pull that oil or whatever, the powder, dirt, oil sand into a row, and then we'll run an oil truck from brine and brine down the middle of it, and you just mix it with a tiller until it turns, you know, black, and then, we have to do it like that. I think if we go to, I think it's
you just
$85
roll
a
it?
ton. Well, you spread it back out with a grater and lay it down and then roll it, yes, sir. And, usually in the wintertime, it seals off finally, and sometime it takes a little while, but it will pack, but, the last I figured, it was like $55 a ton for us to do it, just on material and the time. But, if you go and buy it, it's like 85 to 95 a ton. So we try to save money any way we can.
You had mentioned something about a new sealing type material that you were
Yes,
going
sir.
to try. Is that,
We are gonna try that. It's, Envirotech is the name of it. It's actually, it sounds weird, it's a, molasses base. It's got molasses in it, which is kinda odd, but, I went to,
it tastes good.
Polk County and looked at one of the roads they did, and it hasn't been bladed in 3 years. So, I
And
mean,
it was limestone?
limestone, yes, sir. And I drove fast down it just to see if it would dust up, wouldn't dust. It's kinda odd. I'm gonna try some, but it's 5,000 a mile. And if it works, that's a game changer for us.
Yes, sir. It'd be for us, for sure.
And they also, and I can get you in contact with that guy that, came out. We're gonna mix a road. Should be getting a water truck here pretty shortly, and then you gotta have a water truck. But, I'm thinking we're probably gonna do that in probably about 2 months, something like that.
You just still use the BOMAG to mix up and you just mix this product in with it, or?
Well, you really don't even have to have a BOMAG to do it. He said they just get like a grader on a dirt road or rock
Yeah.
road and just pull 4
Just
inches of
roll it
material,
over, huh? Yeah.
roll it over, water it, and then you just roll it around and then lay it back down, but you gotta compact it. If you don't compact it, it's not gonna work. The whole key is the compaction. But the guy tells me that you can use, oil sand with this material, and I'm sitting here thinking oil and water,
They
don't mix,
but yeah.
but he swears by it, so we'll see. Skip's gonna come out there when we.
I'm gonna
we go
drag
to
David
mixing.
along also.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I mean, that would be a game changer for the city as well.
Yes, sir.
If it works, so, we'll see. Anyone else have any other questions or anything?
No, we just really appreciate you working with us.
Well,
Amazing.
you know,
Really
I mean, we're all in this together.
We learn so much from you. I mean, this is the way that we can learn. We don't have to relearn it. We learn from what you already do and can use it and work together. It's really, it helps us a lot.
Well, a lot of my experience came from, I worked on the crew for 15 years.
16 years.
14 years. 14
16.
years.
Call it 16.
I think it's 14.
Oh, you told me 16, but I'll let you go.
I still work on the crew. I know. I guess 19 years. So, but, yeah, any way I can help, whether, I mean, you got a man with a ton of knowledge. I'm used to pinching pennies and trying to make things, go and make things better for our people. So as long as I'm here, anything I can do to help the city, I'm gonna do it.
We appreciate it.
It's so great to see people that care. It's like government was made just to spend money and don't care how much they spend and get some more and spend it. And,
Yes.
to see this kind of thinking, it's just the way everybody grew up thinking like help each other
Yes,
and
sir.
do like that.
Yeah,
So,
and you're so restricted on what you can do, because of state law that, you just gotta be careful. And that's one thing I always try to err on the side of caution on everything. So, but anything I can do to help, I'm gonna try to do it for the city.
we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So what do we have to do, Mayor, to move forward with this? You're just gonna work with?
Well, you've got to present this to your commissioner's court. So tonight,
Y'all can approve it.
we can approve it on our end tonight, and then it'll be pending the commissioner's court. Okay. So I'd like a motion to approve this interlocal agreement
Motion to
between,
approve?
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any conversation,
Any comments?
yes, I don't know if I'm missing a page, but it appears we're giving the title to the Great Isle to the county. What are we getting back?
We're not giving the title to the county.
That's what it says here.
We're not giving the title to the county.
Well, then this is the wrong document.
I printed out the wrong document then.
Was there a second one?
I believe so, but I haven't seen it.
Okay, then we don't have the actual.
So what we're approving is to trade the equipment.
Yeah,
like
we're
on
not-
on a lease kind of basis,
Uh,
like that.
We're borrowing each other's equipment,
Yeah.
basically.
That's what we approved.
That's what I'm trying to get approved this evening.
Can we approve it without having the document in front of us?
Pending,
We probably need to come back.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
I
yeah.
don't think we can until we have.
Okay, that's fair.
Thank you.
When do y'all meet? When did the commissioners meet?
Second Monday.
You could have a special meeting once
Once they approve it, we can have a special meeting with
or you
the
can approve
final,
it, yeah.
the final document.
So they can approve it and then y'all can come in either y'all's next
Okay.
council meeting or have a special one, however y'all wanna do it. But I would wait till the papers. are
Okay. I think I was getting the cart before the horse because Joe has done so much of this work on the front end, and I'm just kind of the beneficiary of it.
That's
So
awesome.
I can't thank you enough. We'll table this until next go-round, but great conversation, a lot of education.
I make a motion that we table this discussion and the vote until we have a final document from the county.
Very good.
Correct wording.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's good. All right, thank you. County Appraisal District, nothing there at the moment. Consider for discussion the resolution 2026-2R authorizing newly elected appointed council members for bank signatory cards. Need a motion to add y'all's names to the signature cards.
Make a motion, we approve?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we got other signatures. I don't have to run back on Fridays.
Correct. Well, you don't have them yet, but we'll get them.
Soon.
Ms. Williams, you're up.
We'll read the meeting minutes and the resolution to the bank tomorrow, and then B will start working on all the documents. Okay, so all of the financial documents and the bank statements that I did have were sent to council in the second week of January. With this month, the first being the first week of the month, the financials came in late, the bank statements came in late, so I have not actually received the financials back from the accountant. We were going over, he was asking me questions about them today, but this month was kind of weird with the holidays. So I'm gonna give my report, but I'm not requesting approval for my financials. I'm just giving y'all the numbers that I have for this month. The state comptroller direct deposited $8,840 on January 9th for our sales and use tax that was collected in November and reported in December. December ad valorem taxes were received January 5th, totaling $136,324, with $111,242 going to maintenance and operations and $25,082 for the interest and sinking fund. We received $28.51 for Ivanhoe North this month. We did see another decrease in Texas class interest rates. It has decreased from 3.9% to 3.6%, and it is expected to continue to decrease over the next probably at least 6 months. And I already said that I'm not asking for approval, but I am suggesting that we table this and revisit it next month's meeting.
Very good.
If y'all have any questions over anything I said,
No, ma'am, thank you.
all right.
Thanks for nothing.
Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Motion to adjourn, unless there's any further conversation, comments? Yes, sir.
Make a quick comment that I was glad to see that the contractor put the turning radiuses on the intersections, so you're not.
You're
falling-
welcome. Actually, I went out there walked it with Joe Blacksher and Nick from GLS Engineering, and Nick made the notations of it, and they're doing the shoulder up. They're not complete yet, but they went in, they fixed the turns at the major intersections. So yeah, that's all done. Yes, sir.
I spoke with the contractor yesterday, and they're supposed to be doing shoulder ups next week.
They did part of it today. Yes, sir.
They said they were gonna start next
They probably did 30% of it today, maybe?
Yeah. So it's really hard to get Texas Materials to get nailed down to a particular schedule. At any rate, anything else?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yep.
It's good to be back. Holidays.
All good.
Motion to adjourn? Second? All in favor?
Aye.
We are done. Thank you very much. Drive careful.